guys, it's Editing Layla here. So the first few minutes of this video didn't record, so I have like an hour of content for you guys, but I just want to say thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for coming. Today I wanted to whip you guys a fat yappuccino, and that's exactly what I did. So sorry it cut off. I had a cute little intro, but now it's just crusty midnight Layla. Love you all the same. Sunscreen first because first of all, it's like there's no sun that comes through my window and I'm a pale ass bitch. But also, guys, it has been crazy weather. I'm in SoCal. Yesterday it was literally hailing, like actually hailing, and also 104 degrees. And that's how it's been lately too. I am a fall girl, but y'all know I have a song, or maybe you don't. I have a song called Summer Bitch. Yes, she's a singer. And not a very good one, honestly, but I try. And yeah, but I'm really ready for fall. However, it appears the heat waves are not. It should be cooling down in the next few days, thank goodness, but I'm still feeling so summery, so I busted out this strawberry shortcake bandeau. I think I might take a walk with a lot of ice water to Walmart because I've become a smoothie girl, you guys. I love a good smoothie. My darling friend Michelle made a smoothie for me when I was visiting her before I left. And my cousin always made really yummy smoothies growing up, but I just never had a blender, and I never wanted to front the cash for that, which fair. So then I used my grandmother's magic bullet, and it's been life-changing. Hers is literally manufactured 2005 and it still works. It's kind of falling apart, but it still works. Fuck yeah. So anyways, yesterday, what a day, because yesterday in the morning I got out my vanilla Greek yogurt, as one does, to have like a thickener for the smoothie. I lick the foil that's there because of course I do. Don't want to waste that. And then I see two spores of mold, two like blue things of mold. And I'm like, fuck, because I just licked from there. It literally was supposed to expire October 6th. The theory in our household is that the whatever trucks brought it to Walmart like maybe overheated or something because of the heat waves. But I literally threw it out, but I took photos of the spores first, so I might like walk to Walmart and be like, give me my fucking money. Or more likely, can I have my money, please? That's probably what I'll be like. But yeah, I don't know, like I no matter how hot it is, I am in the mood for a hot girl walk. I fear if I don't leave the house, I just feel like my day is wasted. And also I'm listening to the audiobook of this book by Casey McQuiston called I Kissed Shara Wheeler, and the book is so good. The audiobook, where's my pomade? I'm looking for my brow pomade. I almost said the automobile. The audiobook is not as good. It is not that great because respect to the voice actress, I don't think it's completely her fault. I know it isn't, but they only hired one voice actor. So this woman is voicing the girls and the boys end up sounding like Cali Surfer Boys. And they exist, I know. But I just can't get over it when every guy's like, hey, yeah, what? It's like they would not be talking like that. Like they sound stupid, and it's not to disparage the voice actress. They set her up. They set my sister up. Where is the brush for my eyebrows? Audiobook, I haven't touched it in a few days just because of that. Like I would love to just sit down and tear through it, but I cannot be spending more money before I make more money. And also the library is too far because I don't drive because I'm a little loser. I'm trying to. But anyways, that wasn't even like the only health risk that I absorbed yesterday. I was tired last night. Waited till everyone fell asleep because it's not even, well, it is that I kind of like to avoid other people, but it's also just that like, I just want to be alone. Like when I'm cooking food, like that's where everyone is. Everyone, like my grandma's in the kitchen and stuff, which I get, like she's like sitting at the living room, but it's also like, I just want to like cook on my own. I want to be in peace. I want to feel that zen. You can see the reflection, whatever. My social security card isn't on the bed or anything. Oh yeah, I'm taking this elf pomade. You know, I'm an Amazon associate, so everything's in everything's in my storefront, and all those Amazon links I do get commission from. I'm only using things I love. Please, please. Anyways, so I was gonna make some hamburger helper because hamburger helper is that bitch. It's awesome. You just need some milk and some, like a pound of beef or 2 things of tuna or whatever it calls for, and you just put it all in a skillet, man. It's fucking dope. So I made my favorite recipe, which is cheeseburger macaroni. This looks thick right here, but I like even it out and it just makes sense later and I don't worry about that. Pros, if it's not perfect when you first look at it, you can wait till the end. It will improve. You just gotta believe in yourself. Yeah. Gosh, people always like rag on my brows. They're like, you have no brows, and it's like, I made it that way. I shaved them like this. I feel like I could be more arched. I'm a little more arched. I got distracted talking about. Anyways, here's what happened. I make the beef. It smells delicious. I use an olive oil that's sitting by the stove. I start cooking with it, and then like 10 minutes into cooking with it, I look at it again, and I thought it said expired March 12th, 2022. It was written March 22/12. I was being delusional. And then I look and I consider it more, and I'm like, oh my god, this olive oil is like 10 years old. So I'm like, maybe it doesn't go bad, because I smelled it, and there's like people were saying to do like the smell check. They're like, just smell it, and if it smells rancid, then you'll know it's bad. But if it smells like fine, then it's fine. But then there's like this YouTube channel on here called Chubby Emu. Watch at your own risk, because he will make you afraid to eat like leftover pasta. Like that's, and he like basically goes over like real medical stories and stuff, and like case studies of like freak accidents of people eating food. And that was in my head, and then I looked it up more and did more research, and I even took a couple bites of the beef just to be like, does it taste bad? And then I looked at the batch code. Like I literally was looking at olive oil batch codes, so I was so in denial. And I shit you not, it's not 12 years old. It is 14 years old. It was best by 2012. It actually inspired 2010. So then I threw it out, and then that made me sad, because I don't like spending more money. I told my friend, like, every time you buy groceries, it's like somehow $50, which is so true. So I ended up I was just like sad, and I have microwave stuff, but I'd rather save the microwavable frozen things for like when I'm really in need of food. So I decided to just order Sonic, because I literally don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Using my baby skin concealer. I told you you're gonna. Anything even coming out of this? Come on. Yeah. I used that fucker up. I also used that puppy up, but that would just sound really weird to me. I ordered Sonic because I've never had Sonic before. I've always seen the ads and always been so like desperate to try them. So I finally ordered Sonic last night. It was a great move. I had a project that I had like a deadline for last night anyway, so it was just like perfect timing. Like I just needed like a treat. Oh my god, you guys. So I got the cold brew iced coffee to save for the morning. I'm drinking it now. It's okay. Would not really recommend the cold brew iced coffee. I got a Dr. Pepper with cream though, and cherry. And it wasn't like super strong, like the flavor of the cream, but it was still nice. The standout was the motherfucking pretzel stick. Jesus. I'm sorry if you don't like me saying the Lord's name in vain. I don't mean it offensively. But like, holy shit, the pretzel stick was so good. It was like this like a soft pretzel, and had like the perfect like a good soft pretzel is like a little too salty, like not like regular moderate salt, like you know what I mean. It was so good. It was like the right amount of buttery, where it wasn't like, you know, spilling off onto your hands, but just like a little greasy on your hands. It had this little sweetness that I wasn't super fond of, because I'm like, why do you need to put sugar in that? But it also had this delicious cheese dip. And then I also had the mozzarella sticks, which were wonderful. I got the small size, and even though it was it was just like 4 mozzarella sticks, they still gave me 2 things of marinara sauce. And I didn't even need that much. Meanwhile, McDonald's will like shoot you in the face if you ask for an extra ranch when they give you 1 for like your large fry. The fuck? I'm gonna finish this primer just to be finished with it, because it's almost done. And because my skin has been real dry. Like, okay, I could have said that for another time, whatever. My skin's been really dry. I'm gonna have to go serious RX mode and slug it tonight. Maybe pull out one of the face masks that I have. I almost said on retainer. That's fucking funny. Okay. But anyways, yeah. What I'm feeling for this like makeup look today, I've been rereading Pretty Little Liars. I only read the first 3 last year, and I read the first one when I was in elementary school or middle school, I think. I have a Goodreads below if you want to like see like my review for the first book, because these books are just so iconic to me. I'm on book I think 5 now. Like I'm planning on reading all 18 books in the series. What am I looking for? Oh, I think I put everything in like one makeup bag, and now I can't even find it. That's funny. If you live under a rock, it's basically about these four best friends who used to be these four best friends in high school who used to be best friends with this girl named Allison, who was like a total bitch, but also I'll get into it. A total bitch, and she disappeared when they were 13. And they think that, you know, she's just gonna be gone, but then they start getting menacing texts that seem to be from her. And then after she's found dead, like, they're like freak the fuck out because someone's watching them. And the reason I say like she's a bitch but is because like I feel like what people forget a lot when they like read and review this book is that Allison was like literally 13 when she died, you know, like they are children. And so are like even like the Rosewood girls when they're like 16, 17, they are still kids. And I think it's really interesting to look at the way that we like demonize young women and look at the aspects. I mean, these are like, in a way, these are supposed to be shockingly awful people, but another way they're just these like traumatized people. And it's really interesting to kind of be horrified by their vulgarity but also charmed by their naivete. And I'm just really in love with these books. So the reason I'm wearing this kind of makeup look is because it's a really like summery vibe, or at least like the beginning of it is. Then it becomes very autumn vibes, but I don't know. I feel like the book gives more like a spring vibe, whereas the show gives more of a fall vibe. They're both very dark, but I don't know. I think something about Sarah Shepard's wonderful writing style kind of just has this kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but the books deviate very much from the show, or I should say vice versa, because the books obviously came first. But I enjoy them both in their own ways, and I'm just having a jolly good time. I did this kind of pinky blush look the other day, and I think I'm gonna kind of go for that. This is really so much like a, you know, tutorial per se. I mean, obviously, like, I'll tell you what I'm doing, but it's just more like a way to talk to you guys and to yap, and I don't know. I'm also drinking cherry slash Alani. I really do feel like I must have like some sort of chronic fatigue. I was telling my friend how much I want to eat sponges, and she was like, have you considered that you're anemic? And I'm like, honestly, I might be. It's crazy how if I just like got tested for like anemia and like got my thyroids checked, because my grandma like needs thyroid meds, that would probably save me from needing to have like 5,000 milligrams of caffeine to stay awake every day. But Alani tastes good, so it's fine. I do need to get checked. I think my health insurance just like ran out though, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then we're gonna blend. I'm using the Halsey foundation. I'm gonna film after this. I was just realizing when I started filming, first of all, I want to film a recap of the Pretty Little Liars book series, and I might make a booktube channel. I know that if you're from my main channel, you'll be like, girl, you don't even post enough on your main, but that's just because of like motivation and stuff. And I used to, before I even had a music channel, I made a booktube channel, which is crazy to think about. But I was just so like nervous about the way people perceived me then that it just wasn't really me. But I've definitely thought about it because I really do love blabbing about books. But I also don't want to make this channel too off focus. But anyways, I've been thinking of making another video here about things that I want to empty, you know, like not necessarily like, I mean, it is Project Pan, that's what Project Pan is, but I don't know if I'm gonna do like a monthly Project Pan thing, because I feel like I still like want to do enough diverse makeup looks where I just won't finish very visibly a product in like a very steady amount of time. So that's an idea I had, just to show products that I'm aiming to finish, so you guys kind of get an idea of where I'm going. I currently have like the products I want to finish, I put them in, you know, this makeup drawer I have, and then I also have like a couple makeup pouches of things that are like newer purchased that I can work on a little later, you know, when I get the old stuff done. So after 20 minutes now my face is finally blended. It's a little unblended around here, but I don't really care. Now I really haven't stopped talking. Now I'll do my bronzer slash contour. I could do my Sephora contour and then like do a bronzer on top. Frankly, above all, I'm just too lazy. But also I do need to clean my brushes, and also I do want to finish this e.l.f. bronzer because I like it, but it's got a funny smell, folks. It's been having a funny smell. I don't think it's like mold. I think it's just like Or maybe it is. It smells kind of fermented. Like, I don't know if you've had, like, rice wine, but that's kind of what it smells like, which is crazy to say as I put it on my face, but hasn't broken me out yet, so. It's really nice for, like, an easy application, which is why it's nice to have it, but... And I do like that it's this weird color. I don't know if there's, like, a greenishness to it that helps it, but it does, like, contour and bronze at the same time, which I don't think is very possible. Like, for a lot of products. Oh, shoot. Lately, I've been putting, I think, blush on before bronzer so it layers better. Fuck it. Who cares? We ball. And this is also, like, a very summery makeup product to me. Like, I don't think I'd use this as much in winter. In winter, I just kind of like to lean more into the berry tones. I really want a berry, blush, but I've been holding off because I could just blot berry lipstick on my face, and I feel like that would work better, and I don't wear berry lipstick enough anyways for that to, like, mean shit to me, but yeah. I've definitely been the type to purchase a lot of products because I'm sad, like, which is very, very normal. And, like, so demonized, honestly. Like, I mean, I don't think it's good, right? But I also think it's kind of... I remember there was a video that was, like, how overconsumption is keeping you poor. How, like, doing this is keeping you poor. And it's, like, what about how, like, systemically we're being made poor? Like, what about... I don't know, like, the housing crisis? What about, like, the way that, like, rich people are not being properly taxed? Like... I don't think that, I mean, I do think it's not a good idea to just buy a bunch of stuff because those $5 purchases, you say it's just $5 10 times in a week and it's $50 and that's a lot of money. But at the same time, I think to put the onus on the consumer, just like putting the onus on the consumer for environmental waste is absolutely insane. So, yeah. But with that being said, I do feel like there are products where I'm like, that has a similar enough effect on the face where I can hold off on buying that. Or, like, it can be stressful to have too many products, too. And to just know that, like, you have so many products that they will expire before they finish. Like, I have a big collection. And I have a new friend who literally has only one blush, which is great for her. But because I do see makeup as an artistry for me, and unless a product just doesn't work on my face, I do use my products. I feel like the amount I have is reasonable. It's a little much. So, like, no eyeshadow. I'm not buying any eyeshadow. I wasn't going to buy another Summer Fridays because I'm almost done with my darling friend who's on her dad's credit card. Bought me a new Summer Fridays. So thank you so much to her, Michelle. But I do think I have a reasonable amount. And I don't know. I think there's a fine line, as they say. Is my Rare Beauty one in the bag or is it here? There's a Rare Beauty blush I'm gonna try to work on. I mean, those will last forever. But I remember using this a few summers ago and I'm just like, I don't want to... Where is it? I found it. I love this blush. I think it's gorgeous whenever I put it on me, and it's so flattering. And there are a few pink blushes, because I have cool toned skin. There are a few warm toned pink blushes that I actually think are very flattering. This one says it's a cool pink on the website. No, it's not. But, oh. I just put that on my skin, and doesn't just work, like, you can't really see it. I mean, you can see the color, but you can't really see the way that it works. But I've worn this for years, and it's always just that bitch, to be perfectly honest. Even now, like, you can't even... Oh, it's just so beautiful. So I guess I'm, like, not in the biggest hurry to finish it. I just know there's, like, so much in there that I want to get use when I can. Especially getting use out of these, like, summery products. Not, like, full use, but you know what I mean? Getting some good use before... Oh, my God. Okay. Before fall hits, and I just start wearing moody stuff. Yeah. And it's fun too to like finish a product. I was talking more about this in my Project Panda video, so I don't bore the shit out of y'all, but it's fun to finish a product because then you're like, oh, I have to find another one. Oh no. Oh no, what a shame. This is so pigmented, but I have a lighter blush that's really gonna help. And it's a newer one, but it's so fucking cute that whatever, I'll use it. Also, I'm so loud. I'm so sorry. Everyone's told me since I was a kid my voice is loud. I don't try. I really do think it's this like sad theory that like, I mean, I know when I was a kid, I would literally like I could scream like loudly in a group and people still would ignore me or speak over me. And I think that just developed that way, and it's bad and it's not good for my voice, but it's not even that psychologically I feel like I have to do that now in any conscious way. It's just what I do, but I have to be better about that. Because there are times when the loudness at which I've talked has even hurt my own ears, which is crazy. Maybelline Sun Kisser blush. It's so beautiful. It's like this like really nice, cool pink. But there's also just like a slight bit of warmth to it, and it's sheer enough where oh, it's so beautiful. I really wasn't expecting Maybelline to pull out the stops for this. But to like be careful, this is like a Shein top, and I showed it on here, and next time before I recommend you all clothes, I'm gonna have to wear them out because I don't know how to wear this one without it giving under boob. I thought I just wore it the wrong way the first time, but like I wore it the right way and it's crazy. Anyways, I'll show you a better look at this in a second. Oh my god, the way that my cheeks are just like clown cheeks. That's fine. That's the beauty of powder. You put on powder and you're fine. Even as a dry skin girl, like, I feel like powder is just important for that like finished look. I feel like there's just no way to finish without powder. It doesn't look as bad in this like this lighting, but you can kind of see more here how like opaque my cheeks are with blush. What am I doing next? Next to blend this out a little more. Maybe I'm gonna add a little more contour. This is why I usually do blush first and add contour, but that usually is that's what I said usually, but it's a recent development that I just have to keep doing because I don't do makeup every day. I literally have to just like have one of those random moments where you just jump out of bed and you're like, fine, I'm doing it. I love makeup, but if I'm not going anywhere because I might go to Walmart, but I might not. Like, I just did this because I want to film for you guys. I want to look pretty for you guys. I'm thinking of trying something different for my highlight. So basically I have this Maybelline City Minis palette, and you can see this pink lemonade shade that I love so dearly. I dropped the palette. It's not the palette's fault. I just dropped it. I don't really know how to press it. I know I could spray like alcohol and stuff, but I'm not going to go out and buy something new. It's a pretty shade, but it's a little kind of like opaque for what I try to do on my face. So I'm just going to try to use it as a blush, or as a blush topper, I mean. It's really pretty. You don't really see much of a difference, but I'm still enjoying it. I remember before I go any further, I'm going to put some primer on my eyes. I think I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer I've been using to make my glitter pop, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've just been kind of leaning more into like neutral. I say neutral shades because I literally was going through a neutral look and then I still put like a glittery purple shade on, but I don't know. I hope it doesn't mean that like, well, I know it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop using colorful stuff. But I think I just did that. I just started doing like neutrals recently because this one day I was in a rush to go out and I didn't have any clean eyeshadow brushes, so I just didn't put on eyeshadow except for glitter. And I was like, wow, like sometimes doing like a soft glam look is like really nice. Don't get me wrong, I do genuinely love colorful eyeshadow, but sometimes I do fear that I do colorful bolder looks because I want to seem interesting and I'm like boring and bland and basic if I don't. And I do not think other women are boring and bland and basic for wearing soft glam looks. Like, I was literally looking at Blair Waldorf and Megan Fox and I was like, well, Blair Waldorf was played by Leighton Meester, but you know what I mean? I was like, what? There's something wrong with that. Like, to be so clear, I do not think the other girls are basic for wearing non-colorful eyeshadow looks. It's just like me being insecure about myself. And I don't know, I'm like, I don't need all that to anything bold to show that I'm a distinct, interesting individual, and that's dumb. Okay. Oh, I'm going to contour my nose now, which is exciting. I still use my Sephora nose contour for that, which by the way has a lot of what's it called again? Hard pan, which is not, I don't think it's the fault again of this. I think I just have used a brush in here after, like right after putting on foundation, so it just made it moist. But I do need to get rid of the hard pan. Yeah, even though I used a little of the e.l.f. bronzer or whatever the fuck on my nose, I'm just addicted to this Sephora stuff. I really can't not use it now. When it makes my nose look this good, I just, oh wow, that's just on my face. There's just no way I can not use it. I cannot forgo this wonderful thing. I think I can blend out the NYX primer more. I'm liking it. It's a little thick. I can feel it more than I can feel my ColourPop one, like for sure. But I'm kind of liking it, and it makes sense that it's a little thicker and tackier because it's for glitter. I'm contemplating. I think I'm gonna use a pale blush quickly with my blush brush. 1 second. Okay, this is a blush by Romand. It's like this Korean brand, I believe, in the shade Better Than, oh, it's in the Better Than Cheeks style, in the shade Oatly Milk. Developed, I think, 2023, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Some of these things are way older than that. This is given to me by a friend. It's such a good, like, pale shade. And even though I like to layer this in my winter looks, it's so, like, pale, because some of my lilac-y shades that I love and, like, the cool toned pinks I like to wear are also a little fluorescent, which I don't mind, but would not work for this look. So I'm using that to just blend it out a little better, and I'm liking the way that looks. In fact, I kind of have a little idea. I'm feeling a little crazy. It's not that crazy. So I use that to blend out here. Then I'm going to I'm excited. I actually know what I want to do, which is really fun. I love that feeling. Oh, I just dropped stuff. Who cares? I have with me my One Size powder, which again, I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've done this on this channel. Literally the same price per gram as the e.l.f. one, which is crazy. The e.l.f. one just smaller, which is why it's cheaper. I would not repurchase. I feel like this pink is not, it's not darker than my skin when I put it on, but it's just like the same shade, and I want a little brightening usually. But when I'm this pink, I'm like, what's this for fucking fun? Honestly, who cares? It also does seem to pack, to like clump a little bit on my under eye concealer. So it's not really like the ideal, but it's just fun because it's pink. Do you see that it's pink? And this is like this really cute brush I got from Shein. Let me see if that actually looks good. I'm gonna look at my, okay, yeah, it's looking good. I don't know what this blue thing is here. I'm not gonna think, oh, it's probably just from like a blue eyeshadow brush that was next to it. Yeah. I can only put this in my under eyes because it's the only place it works, because anywhere else on my face, and I always do it when I'm doing like very warm pinky blush looks, because anywhere else on my face, unfortunately, you can see like the pinkness on up here, and it's so noticeable. I think they, like, right after I bought this and started using it, they released like an even lighter pink. But it's okay. I think after this I'd want to try the Huda Beauty one anyways, because like the light cherry blossom, because that looks unreal. Although I've heard it has a rose fragrance, and I hate the smell of roses. Like I know roses are used as like, you know, like everything isn't always rainbows and butterflies. Like she smelled like roses. I don't like rose. I don't like the smell of it. It's just so, it smells like an old person. It smells so like nauseating. I remember I once ate like a Turkish delight that tasted like rose, and I hated that. So unfortunately that was not for me. As if anyone really gives a fuck, but yeah. So then after I did that, I am going in with my setting powder, my Rimmel one. This one really is hard pan. I think all of this is hard pan, but I still get to swirl it around and get some stuff out of it. And hard pan, all you need to do is take like a piece of tape and just like then pick up the tape, and the hard pan will come off and there's plenty of shadow. I just keep forgetting, and also I really want to be sanitary about it because yeah, so I want to get like a clean piece of tape, which I could do. I'm just fucking, you know how it is. You know the many easy things you could do that you still haven't done. You know what you haven't done. Definitely want to, oh, my thing is falling, but that's fine. Get under here. And there was like still like an awkward harsh line, but honestly I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. If I give a fuck, I do. If I don't, I don't. And I just don't give a fuck today. Love my Rimmel statement. I'm actually interesting because it is making a dent here in the place where it doesn't have hard pan. I've been using this, so that's cool to see. I'm excited to film my my like project pan goals video now, actually, because that's so cool, because like it's just a new content to show you guys and stuff, and it's one where I don't have to always like be worrying about like if you guys can see my makeup properly. So next I'm using another product that I want to finish off, actually. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. It's this Makeup Revolution Glow Setting Spray. It's fine. I'm not actually done yet, but it's fine, but it has glitter in it, which I don't really like. I didn't know that had glitter when I bought it. It literally says dewy finish with shimmer particles. That's on me. It's never like caused irritation to me. I just don't like that it has glitter in it. It just feels weird to me and unnecessary. And I don't want it. And I also have like 20 million setting sprays. This one, it's like foaming now, so you can't see, but it's like down to here-ish, I think. It's like doing well, finishing it. So I just always do that after I finish like a base to really keep my face hydrated. I could do even more, honestly, because my skin's been really dry lately. Yeah. So what am I doing now? I need to get a sharpener for like my eye stuff at for like my eye products at Walmart if I go today, because I'm thinking of all like my dull stuff. I'm gonna see what happens if I don't use my milk, my NYX milk cream base. I already feel like that's a bad idea. It's okay. That's okay. I'm using my Maybelline one in the shade. I think is it called Vanilla? I never know if it's called Vanilla or Snow. I feel like it's called Vanilla because I felt like it should be called Snow because it's like so shimmery, but I really like it. It's like a satiny shimmery, which I like. Ooh, okay. Looking better. I don't know why I said it like that. Looking better. Then I'm gonna use my Natasha Denona palette. I always use this as like my mirror, but today I'm actually using it. I haven't used it in a while because it's just neutral and I've been doing very colorful lately, but I'm excited to actually get more use out of it. As you can see, I've hit pan on 2 of the shades, Vivienne and Maud, and I'm just excited to get more use out of it. First I'm gonna take the shade Maud, which is the one I've hit pan on most, put it all over my lid. It's such a great base. And again, if you're as translucent as I am, and as pale as I am really, you have veins that show on your eyes, or eyelids, so I just like to cover them with this. If you're afraid that neutral looks are too boring, know that the reason that they look so good still is because they let your features shine. Like, it's a really great way to show your features, you know, which is something that kind of doesn't always work for me when I'm wearing colorful makeup, because I'm like, it can kind of distract from my features, but they're both fine. I'm not demonizing anything. I'm just like, there's beauty in both of them. And the idea that you're a basic girl is a stupid idea that's created by the patriarchy to keep women from collaborating and cooperating with each other and realizing the shackles that hold them together. You know? Okay, then I'm gonna take gonna take the shade Groove. It's like right here. It's like a little warmy, but it's still like this nice like reddish purple shade. I'm just gonna put it here. It's not as pigmented as I remember. Maybe this, it could just be because it's getting older or something. I also, this is my second or third time using this primer. I feel like this primer, it might be better to like use this primer for the glitter part and then a different primer for the matte shades, because I feel like it just like, it works for glitter because it like picks up like it's like really tacky, so the glitter stays in place. But for mattes, I think I'd want like a primer that has a little more give to it, you know? But it's still doing well. It's still showing color. Adding more groove on this one. I don't think I want to use these warm shades, honestly, like, ever again. I just don't think that warm shades work for me, and it's okay that took me a while to figure out. It's okay. I'm not gonna hate myself for that. But next I'm gonna use the shade Opart, which is like this dark brown, and it's very pigmented. You can see kind of like a well in that one too. And I'm just gonna, I usually dot it first on both eyes, and then I just kind of pat to see how much is on it, and that's when I can feel comfortable blending out more. And then it's a process, you know? It takes a second to learn like how much your brush picks up with certain pressure, how pigmented an eyeshadow is, and it also takes a minute to go back and forth. It's, you add some, then it's a little darker, then you just add a little lighter shade, and that's the beauty of it. I kind of want something to really, like a transition shade to really connect all these together. So first I'm going to take that, okay, it's called Jude. It says Jude, but these are switched. So this one's called Andy, but it's in the Jude part. They all fell out one day, and I put them in the wrong place because I was just so frantic about them having fallen out. It's just neutral brown shade, so good. I think it really is a good neutral. Do that. And then I'm going to take the shade Vivienne, which you can see that I've adored. I love the shade Jude, but it's in the Andy spot. But it's like purpley, and I don't want to really introduce that to this look. So I'm just taking, yeah, Vivienne, and it's like this lighter, like satiny matte shade that's just not too opaque, so it doesn't cover up, but it helps blend out more. I'll show you in better lighting. Sorry. Yeah. I love that. Now I have to figure out what glitter I want to use. What do I want to do? There was this look I did the other day that I kind of really liked, and I don't know if I want to do it again, because it's with like new stuff, and I should use old stuff. I'm gonna use old stuff. Get her done, you know. I'm gonna use this Maybelline palette. Literally, like, I've been using, and I've said this a million times, but I mean it. I've been purchasing this palette since I was like 18. Or maybe even 17. It's just so iconic to me. Wondering. Yeah, I'll take this. Normally I think the shade's too like pigmented and bright for what I want to do, but I'm just having fun. I really remember when I first wore these shades, I felt like a fairy princess. And I still do. I think they're gorgeous. Yeah. And what I like about these shades too, sorry, I like can't tilt it over, this thing will fall out. I tried putting it back in spot, and it's pretty creamy, but it's not super easy to do that. I like these colors really blend well together, so you can kind of make an ombre effect. And I do have a soft spot, I think because I took the Metro a lot when I was growing up, and I just saw people do this. A soft spot for those like compact, like maybe cheaper, but still like gorgeous makeup palettes that you can just do on the bus or on the go. Even in Speech and Debate, when I was in high school, there was this girl, and she was just one of those people who's just fucking beautiful, you know? And I remember she literally had like a compact with like 3 colors, and it's something that you would see and be like, oh, that looks chalky or like dusty or like whatever. And she made it look like it was high-end. Like, she just swiped it on. It was gorgeous. And this is one of those kind of palettes. I really like that about it. I still wanted something a little lighter for my inner corner. So let me see if I just want to use the milk. The milk stick. It's a weird thing to call it. I do believe I will put some of this milk on. Not as much as I would have, though. So I'm kind of glad that I saw what it looked like without it. I'm not sure if it's that easy to put it on over it, but I think the subtlety is almost like nice. I do think I want to, where'd I put the cap? Get a little of a lighter shade, because I think this kind of like flattens out my eye a bit. I want a little more dimension on my inner corner, but I'm wondering if I can pull from the Natasha palette. Look at how much pigment was still on my, I can't really see it. But yeah, I also think there's maybe something smudging my camera. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take the shade Glit. I love Glit, and I like psychedelic like the most, but I try not to wear that all the time because it's just too gorgeous. Putting Glitz on, it's like this, again, a pink lemonade kind of shade, like the one that's in the Maybelline palette, but this one's even glitterier. It's beautiful. I'm putting some on my nose too, just the excess, and I still want something lighter. Maybe I'll go into the vanilla shade and just kind of pat that on top, because I want like a shimmery, like champagne-y, like lighter shade, but still shimmery, but I need it to have like pigment underneath it, because some of these some shades are like just glitter, or just like shimmer, and they're like clear top coat. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's try this again. I hope it does enough. I hit pan! Okay, now I see how to do the pan. It's not as deep as I thought it would be, but it was a cheap single, so I'm not like upset about that. I'm just interested. Wow, I hit pan! Whee! Whee! That's so cool. It's like literally speaking of hitting pan. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, I love that feeling. That felt good. I want to use it even more. Oh, I should use it more evenly across the pan though, because that was like me making a dent, but it's still pretty. It's like a, you can still see like from a shadow like how big of a dip that is though. Ah! That feels so good, you guys. Yeah, that made my day. I don't know. And then I guess I'll also use it for my brow bone highlight. I mean, if we're at it. Y'all are like, girl, it is just a pan, but it's exciting. It's good to just like know my stuff's getting used, you know, and to not feel like I'm just holding a bunch of things that are like collecting dust or whatever, or like slowly decaying. For my highlight, I think I'm gonna use, oh my gosh, my knees. God, I'm so old. I'm not old. I've literally been on my knees the whole time doing this instead of just, because I was too lazy to assemble my tripod. I'm gonna do that. I need to do that. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Moon Dust shadow. I just use this as a highlight. It's also good for those days like where I'm just like want a very, very simple look, just like sunscreen, like a little makeup, but like no foundation or anything. I like putting that on my eyes. It's really pretty. Okay, here's my fan brush. Whee! This is such a pretty shade. You can see a little hard pan there too, but whatever, who fucking cares. My nose is the most important part. Whee! Because that's the part that is no much on it. And then also a little here. I do have this like big ass white highlight I got from Fenty, but that one I'm reserving for cooler tone looks, because if I use like it on, I always have to dip, you know, and if I use it on warm tone shades, it gets on the highlight, and I just don't like to mix. I don't want to contaminate it. So I'm gonna spray again, and I'm gonna do stuff. Oh my god, how the fuck, this is 45 minutes. How is this gonna process? I need to bite the bullet and get a hard drive. It's long overdue, but hard drives are like $60. Like, do you see how everything is like, everything that you need somehow always comes out to like 50 or $60? It's insane. Like $20 back in my day, $20 used to be like, you're rich. A $20 bill was like, you're rich. And now it's like $20 bill and you're like, fuck, I only have a 20. Crazy. Okay. Eyeliner time. You would think that after years of being this sad emo girl with caffeine jitters, I would know how to do eyeliner more consistently, and yet here we are, but it's okay. I'm more than that. I'm the sad emo girl who survived. Also off topic, but the unreleased Chappell Roan song Subway is crazy good, so listen to that if you haven't. And I'm excited for, oh my god, it looks so pretty. I'm excited for It's Okay, I'm Okay by Tate McRae. You guys, I feel so pretty. I haven't even done my mascara yet, but like, I have to just show you guys, I feel so pretty. Oh my god, I feel so pretty actually. I just took a bunch of photos. I feel so pretty. You know that trend that's going around where people say like, I think it's like to know your hairstyle, look at like, or what hairstyle you should have, look at a celebrity who looks like you. I've only been compared to Lindsay Lohan. I don't think I look like her, but I've compared like just like my face shape, like just like my basic, you can't really see it well here, but my basic face shape I've compared to Natalie Portman and Halsey, and that did wonders for changing the way that my face looks. So I just realizing that you haven't seen me at a great angle for the whole time, but whatever. I don't know if I'll show you or not, but like my face makeup transition was crazy. My transformation, like it totally changed the way I looked, the way I viewed myself. And a lot of it was just like, it's like this, obviously I haven't gotten work done, you know, and it's technically my face has changed a little in a year because I'm growing, but it's still wild. Okay. I literally was expecting the mascara to be on another end, and I thought I broke it because the mascara won't come out on the other end. Then I was like, wait, I'm stupid. Okay. Even though I'm wearing a warm toned eyeshadow, I still feel really bonita. And that's great. Oh, I just got mascara on my eyelid, but who fucking cares? The other day I put blue eyeliner in my waterline. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that today, but I will say that something interesting about using colorful eyeliners in your waterline is that they do not always look as like insane as you think they do, but in a good way. Like I put like bright blue and you could like barely see it, but in a good way. It just did something without being like, whoa. I also want to try colorful mascara, but the thing is I once got was it a blue, like I got like a blue L'Oreal mascara, and that thing pissed me off because it barely had any pigment. You could barely see it, and some of them were like made to just do a subtle little tint, but it's like I want to know what it's gonna look like. Don't tell me it's purple or blue or something, then give me like deep black that's like with a tinge of purple or tinge of blue. I don't want to see that. I want my lashes bright blue. I tried color mascara when I was in like middle school or high school, like way back when. NYX had some, and I swear to god I only put on one and I had to take it off immediately because it smelled like dog food. It smelled so bad, it scared me away from color mascara for a long time. Okay. I feel pretty. I feel so pretty. And I almost was thinking like, gosh, I wish having a boyfriend to be pretty, miss having a boyfriend to be pretty for, but he barely even called me pretty. The only thing he called me when we were dating was sexy, which is red flag. Like that's, some people are gonna be like, what do you mean red flag? You're so like, but it's true. Like, I don't know. To just think that you're sexy. He literally said multiple times that I was out of his league and that a girl like me wouldn't go for a guy like him, and that's actually so true. Like, it's just the truth, actually. But I was like, no, because I was too fucking nice. And the thing is, I feel like the reason he only stuck around with me so long is because I was hot. Like, truly, especially the way that he treated me. I miss the potential, but honestly, I don't even miss the real memories. The real memory is bad. Also, my lips are so dry. I should have put on like a lip balm, but I don't think my lips were this dry until I started yapping, so 1 second. This shade looks good and it smells good of the Laneige lip balm, but holy fuck does it have an awful aftertaste. It's so plasticky, but it does the job for It actually looks really pretty. I was thinking of like putting on lipstick, but honestly, see, it just tastes like soap in my mouth. Ugh, I hate that flavor. It's so unfortunate because I love the sweet candy one. That one's amazing. And I got this immediately because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna love this more. I like impulse bought it. It's the way it goes. It's actually pretty pretty. I'm gonna still blot with a tissue. I have tissues by me because I've had seasonal allergies. Oh my gosh, my allergies are crazy. I didn't realize till I went to Ireland that I have like some sort of pollen allergy. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my favorite lipstick, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium. The reason I'm fine using this tiny little one that I have is because I have also a big one that I got in the Sephora Favorites set, which was such a good set. It was like 35 bucks and like for a bunch of stuff. And this alone is 35, so I was like, holy shit. Oh, the full size. I love the shade. It's so sexy. I don't know what it is about my skin tone, but even though I'm a pale ass bitch, I really do think a dark lip looks so good on me. Also gonna add a little bit, I think, of this shade Secret Club by Revlon. I think some got my teeth. A little ombre. And then, that looks pretty great, but just for a little extra something, this NYX Fat Oil Slick Click. You can see that there's like brown on it because I just love using it as like, it's so like just used on its own, unfortunately, but if you have a light pink like this and you're like, fuck, it's too light, it's really great just for giving a little ombre and kind of helping like mitigate the intensity of these brown lipsticks. Do you see that? And then just like that, I could have worn a nude lip and that might have worked a little better with this, but I'm just feeling the dark lip today. And sometimes even if something technically works better for your coloring, just, I look so good, just the fact that you prefer a color more and you feel better in a different color, that confidence makes you look so much better. Holy shit, I look so good. I'm gonna take a walk and sweat this off and shower soon, but I'll film for you guys first. I can't stop looking at myself. I'm fucking gorgeous. I love you guys so dearly. Stay tuned for the rest of my content. There's lipstick on my teeth, whatever. Bye.